welcome to my channel. I'm Cheryl, and today I'll be sharing a good old-fashioned paper bag journal. It has been years since I have made a paper bag journal, and I thought it's about time I bring it back for Christmas and record some fun Christmas memories in one. So here's the one I already have made up. This one has a ribbon tie. That is optional. I don't really care for ties much. They're just get in the way. But anyway, I haven't decorated this one. I just have the basics, the paperwork on here, the paper on here. And inside, after you open it up, we have a little notebook area where you can put any kind of paper in here. You can't really write on this, but you can put something on top of it to write on if you want to record some memories. And then we have space here, and I added some pockets here, some torn pockets. There's one here and one here. And then of course you have your pocket from the paper bag. If you want to use this for maybe to put some pictures of some Christmas memories and have more pictures than spaces, you can always tuck the extras in here. So the front and back have your paper on there. Isn't this adorable paper? Like I've said in my previous videos, all the paper I'm using is really from old collections. So it's just a hodgepodge, and I don't even know if these are all from the same collection. Probably not. But anyway, all we're going to need is a paper bag and some pretty paper, a little twine, and glue. I think that's all we're going to need. Then whatever embellishments you want to embellish with. So let's get started. I have already done some pre-cutting to save us some time. So that's what all this is. This is what we're going to put together. But to start with, you're going to need a paper bag, and any bag will do. I only had white on hand, and I love to just use what I have and avoid having to buy things if I don't have to. So I'm using this white one, and I'm not even sure that the brown paper bags are the same size as this, so I'm not going to give specific measurements. All you're going to do to start with is fold this into thirds and as evenly as possible. So I would just do something like this. This needs to go in a little further. Okay, and then you'll have your sections that you'll need to cut your paper out for. So just whatever size these are on your paper bag, measure that, and then just cut your paper a little bit smaller so you'll have a little bit of the white showing around for a little border. And here is my paper is already cut out, and then I figured out which square or rectangle I wanted each one of them to be on. Then you'll need 2 extra pieces to tear for your pocket here. And this is what I'm going to use for my notebook section. This part here, this notebook. So I'm going to use paper that I could actually take notes on, write down little things I want to remember about whatever it is I'm recording in here. So I've already cut these out. I cut it out just, it's the same size, or just a little smaller than these papers that you're cutting out. Wow, I explained things so well, right? And I am going to use this jute twine here to sew in my pages. So we'll get to that in a minute. But right now, let's glue down our paper. Before you glue down your paper, go ahead and glue this part down. I'm gonna use my liquid glue so I'll have a little wiggle room if I need it to move things around to keep it even. When I use my ATG gun, there's no wiggle room, and if it doesn't come back up without tearing everything. So I'm using my left hand. That's why I'm just all over the place. Can't do a straight line. So let's fold that down and then start gluing our pages. Just doesn't seem like very much glue. Let's see if it's gonna hold it down enough. Center it as best you can. Okay, that'll work. And I don't think it really matters what order your paper is in. I mean, they're all going to be seen at some point, and probably going to cover up some of them anyway with embellishments or however you're going to decorate it. So even if you don't think you have very pretty Christmas paper, oh, and I think it goes without saying that you could use non-Christmas paper and just make a regular journal. But if you don't like your Christmas paper and you haven't had a chance to get out and get anything new, or you don't want to spend the money on anything new, use what you have and then just cover it up mostly with your embellishments. Embellishments are so easy to make with all your scraps, and I'll go over some ways to do that too. I should have had several of these already glued on so you don't have to watch me glue on all of my pages. I thought I was doing so good already having them cut out. Oh, it looks like I inked up my edges too, so you can do that if that's something you enjoy doing, which I do. Okay, that's in the fold. All right, 3 down, 3 to go. Paper clips out of the way. Okay. One thing that I've done, and I thought about doing a video, but it seems like it would be boring, so I haven't decided that I'm going to do that. So maybe I'll just tell you about it. If you just get, say, like a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, maybe a pattern you don't particularly love would be even better, because what you do is just start taking all your scraps and gluing them down onto that 12 by 12. In no order. They can be torn, they can be, a second, I'll show you an example, but yeah, and just fill up that whole page with scraps, and then you have this great collage piece of paper that you can cut up, you can punch out, you can use your die cuts, whatever you want, to make Christmas themed embellishments. Ephemera. And it's a great way to use up your scraps, and use up that 12 by 12 that you don't necessarily love, that you've been but you can't find it in your heart to throw it away, because it is paper after all. And we are all addicted to paper, I believe. I showed you some bookmarks in a previous video that I made that way. I did a sheet of that and then just used my tab punch and punched out a bunch of different sizes of bookmarks that can stick in pockets or whatever. Yay, we got them all glued down. This is crooked. Okay, that was the back. This is the front. Not that it particularly matters. I actually like, sorry, I'm flipping it around so much. I like that for the front. Oh, it's a little wonky, but it's okay. All right, what's next? Next, we are going to sew in our pages. So this is your typical standard, just go use your sewing machine, which I love to do, by the way, or sew it in like you would a journal, your regular journal stuff. I'm gonna go sew mine real quick. Yay. All right, I'll be right back. I am back, and I not only sewed in the paper, I decided to go around these papers and this paper. I left this one alone. Like, I remembered there's a pocket, don't sew it up, and I didn't. I sewed around this one and this one by default because I did that one. Oh, same here. Okay, so I forgot to mention, if you are going to do a ribbon or closure of some sort, I think I had thought about using this, doubling it, and you would put it under this paper before you glued it down. That's where it goes. Just like it's under there. And this is the tie from where I did sew in this part. So I just slid my ribbon right under where that was tied, and then you have that. But I am obviously not going to do a ribbon on this one. I mean, it's small, it's not going to hold a ton of stuff, so I don't feel like I'm going to really need to tie it together. But if you did want to, you could just do it this way, and it doesn't really have to be attached if you don't want it to. I think this jute looks really good with this, the patterns and colors of paper I'm using. I have the little threads everywhere from trimming them off of my sewing areas. Okay, that's cute. That's way too big and I trim it off, but there's that. Alrighty, what's next, y'all? Oh, let's do our little pockets, our little torn pockets. So, I did cut those, I think. I just haven't torn them. So, take a couple pieces. One of them will be, I guess I didn't cut them, up here. And one will be down here. So, let's figure that out. The size of our paper is 3.5. So we want 3.5 here. Yes, 3.5 here. My stockings are going to be crooked, but oh well. And then let's do this one for the top one. I'm just gonna cut them, tear them, or cut them if you don't like the torn look, the teared look. Do it with that one. And then I'm going to need to ink mine up to match everything else. I don't even know if I'm using the same color ink. There are only 2 colors that I use, and I think I use the other one. This is more the coppery one, and then I use just more of a brown one. It's okay though. Okie dokie. Let us get these glued down. Just the sides. I'm so wobbly with my glue today. Put this one up here. And this one will go here. Just like that. And I think that's that. Show you. So these are the bookmarks from my collage masterboard that I made. If you would like to see me make a masterboard with all my Christmas scraps, just comment below. I'd be happy to do it. And you can put that in there, and a smaller one in here. Yeah, we will be having some videos on making our own decorations, ephemera, whatnot, and as we make them, we can fill up these journals that we are making. So we have this one now, and this is the one we made a couple videos ago. So this one still needs to be filled up. We've already added our envelope that we redid, so that was fun. And my next video, I'll be showing you guys how to make this fun Christmas pocket envelope. Another pocket envelope. They're just so fun. So it would be this, then you open it up, and you have space here to decorate, and right on here, and then you have a pocket in here. And you can add more of these little sheets, which is what we're gonna do. And another fun little item to put in our journals. You can make them different sizes to fit in your different size journals as well. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you again soon. Bye.